Welcome into another video here as we begin to talk about Week 1 Saturday matchups here in college football. We're here. It's here. Real football is here. And the first one we're going to talk about here is Georgia. Clemson at Georgia here. Georgia's 13.5-point favorites. I think the very short answer or short question you can ask about this game is, do I think Clemson has a chance to win this game? And the answer is no. Now, I think that's shown in why the spread is 13.5. I'm going to bet Georgia. This game reminds me so much of when Georgia played Oregon. I don't know, remember, I think it was 2 years ago. It was supposed to be a good Oregon team, a hyped-up Oregon team. We're playing Georgia Week 1. Georgia, I think the line was around the same thing. People were hyped. Some people thought Oregon were going to go out and win the game straight out. Georgia killed them. It was 49-7, I think, was the final, and it ultimately led to a decision to keep Oregon out of the college football playoffs, or at least was part of the decision to keep them out of the playoffs. Georgia's still really good again. And you could look at Clemson, you could say Clemson's defense is elite, the defensive line is elite. Sure. But you could argue Georgia is the best offensive line in the country, right? They're on a short list. Have teams that can have the best offensive line in the country, and Georgia's on that list again. They have an amazing second-year quarterback in Carson Beck, who, by the way, if you want to get on Heisman, bet him now, because if he beats this game, if they beat Clemson here and he plays a really good game, he probably goes to the favorite ahead of Gabriel just because he already has a big win on his resume to start the season. He's second in odds right now. People are saying Georgia's defense might not be as good. I think it's still really good. The front seven is still really good, and they lost a lot of pieces on the back seven to Georgia, which that's one thing I'm going to be looking at here is how are they in the back seven on defense here for Georgia. But the main thing, my main concern, and the main thing I want to see from Georgia is who's getting the ball. Who's the star? Who's the guy that's going to make the play downfield? Because this is a team that no longer has Ladd McConkey, no longer has Brock Bowers, who was amazing for this team, right? So who's it going to be now? That's what we need to see. That's why I want to watch this game, because I think Georgia's going to have their way with Clemson. I don't think Clemson's that good. I don't believe in Cade Klubnik. I saw a very good quote, I think it was from a guy on the CBS Sports Podcast for college football, said, Cade Klubnik is Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson pulled together with a little Johnny Manziel in there. And I thought that was perfect. That was beautiful. I just don't know how you can trust a Cade Klubnik, especially to go in there and beat a team like Georgia. I mean, number one rated teams just don't lose Week 1. It just does not happen. It rarely happens. They're the number one team in the preseason poll for a reason, and Georgia deserves to be that. I have 10 teams, 10 SEC teams in my preseason poll. That's how good I think the SEC is, and I know Georgia's the top of the top in that division. I don't even know if Clemson's the best team in the ACC. The ACC, if you go back, look at Week 0 games, looks like they could be having a down year this year. So I think Georgia runs them off the field. I will take 13.5 here. 14.5 is kind of tough. I don't think I would play that, but 13.5 I'm very comfortable playing. I'm going to play. That'll probably be for one unit. That's a bet Saturday. I'm going to have another video with all my bets and predictions. That'll be like a weekly thing. But I just wanted to break this one more down and tell you what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for Georgia, who they're getting the ball to on the outside, right? And I'm really looking for how the back seven plays in this game, because I think Georgia right now is the most likely team to win the national championship, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to show it. Kirby Smart likes to kill teams Week 1, especially big brand teams that have a number next to their name here. Taking Georgia minus 13.5, I think Georgia kills them. Let me know what you guys think. If you want more college football videos, hit the subscribe button. I'm Joshua C.